Hey guys, Mr. Modern Survival here. I want to come on and make another video in the series dealing with the bug out bag or the get home bag or bugging out in under an EMP scenario. I've not given up on the scenario style videos like the first three that I did. I'm just going to do kind of a parenthetic video here, kind of pause in the middle, because the next series in the scenario videos that I'm going to do, I'm actually going to set up a temporary shelter, make a meal, cook a meal using a Coughlin emergency stove, and I'm going to set up a drying rack to dry clothing. And so the weather has not been cooperative, nor has my schedule, so I apologize for not having those videos up yet, but I want to say how much I appreciate you guys watching and commenting on those videos. But today, sort of parenthetic, I want to deal with your bug out defense weapons. And of course, everybody on their bug out bag is going to have at least 2 or 3, maybe more knives: a fighting knife, a utility style knife, a folding knife, maybe a fixed blade knife with a gut hook, something of that nature, just in case you need that. But as far as your primary sidearm, your primary weapon, and this is something that we need to be thinking about, because I don't carry an AR-15 in my truck on the way home, or rather at work, excuse me. And you probably don't either. And if you do, that's probably a bad idea, because in the event of an EMP event or some type of a catastrophic bug out situation where you're not actually driving home, you're going to attract a lot of attention walking through the ghetto of your town with your bug out bag on your back, your sidearm strapped to your side, extra magazines, and a loaded AR-15 in your hands. Now, granted, you might have enough ammunition to take care of whatever threat confronts you, but you're going to draw the threat to you. And so what I suggest is to err on the side of drawing as little attention as possible. And that's the reason that your sidearm, your handgun, is actually going to be your primary defense weapon. Now, dealing with that for just a moment or two, you'll notice that this is a Glock 22, full size, holds 15 rounds of 40 caliber S&W, fully loaded magazine in the weapon, loaded magazine 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 5 15 round loaded magazines full of 40 caliber S&W. You'll notice up here I have a 38 special revolver. It's a cheapie. I think I gave $100 for that pistol way long years ago. And this one, actually, how this works out, this pistol actually stays, this 38 special actually stays in the center console of my pickup truck all the time. It never leaves. It stays right there. It's more of a backup type gun. Whereas this right here is my everyday carry pistol. And so I know I'm going to get a lot of funny looks. And you're going, good grief, man, you're carrying a full-size 40 caliber. You're carrying a Glock 22 as your everyday carry piece? Yeah, I carry a Glock 22 as my everyday carry piece. And the reasoning behind that is that the bigger I carry, the better I carry. I function way more efficiently with a full-size firearm. And here's my mentality. I'm constantly thinking about what is going to happen to me, how can I get home the fastest and the most efficiently in the event of a large-scale disaster, EMP or terrorist attack or some kind of social collapse scenario. And so I want to get home as fast as I can. And so this is something that some of you guys that carry the pocket pistols as your everyday carry piece, you're really going to have to start rethinking your mentality behind that. I'm not saying you need to go get rid of those pistols. Those are good pistols. And if that fits you, that's fine. But me, I don't function very well with a pistol that's got an 1.5 inch long barrel. I don't perform well with it. I'm comfortable with it, but see, there's a difference between being comfortable with a weapon and being confident with a weapon. Now, when the doo-doo hits the fan, I am not going to settle for just being comfortable with my everyday carry weapon. I want to be confident that when I pull the trigger, I have the ability to place rounds on target one after another. If I end up going through all 5 of these magazines, I have the utmost confidence. I've fired this weapon enough. It's been customized inside and out. This is my everyday carry defense weapon, personal defense weapon. And I have the confidence that I can put every round out of each of these 5 magazines on target under the right circumstances. Now, when the adrenaline's pumping, it's a different story. I understand that, but all the more reason to have more grip, more barrel, more ammunition. It's just all around better. Now, you know, if the smaller pistols fit you better, that's fine, but you've got to be thinking, in the event of a doo-doo hit the fan, WROL type situation, whatever most of the time, most of us guys who work, you know, at the same place every day, your everyday carry piece, your concealed carry piece, is going to most likely become your primary defense weapon. And so if your everyday carry piece is a Kel-Tec P32 with minimal knockdown power, minimal magazine capacity, and a 1.5-inch barrel, and very little grip, you only get 2 fingers on that thing, barely if you've got a big hand. So if that's your primary everyday carry piece, nothing wrong with that weapon in that kind of situation, but if that's your primary carry piece and the poop hits the fan and you're humping home under hostile conditions, that little pistol just became your primary defense against an unknown number of assailants and whatever else might befall you between here and however many miles you've got to get home. And so this here, my primary defense weapon in the event of a bug out situation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loaded 15-round magazines and some extra ammunition in the old bug out bag, and then I have my backup. Somebody actually questioned me one time on the mentality behind the backup, and my mentality behind the backup is this: if I get in a really, really ugly situation where I get ambushed and it comes down to hand-to-hand combat, this could be stolen, or these could be stolen. You know, in a very ugly hand-to-hand combat situation, I could actually drop this and end up having to evac very quickly, in which case I'm not left defenseless because I've got this inside the bug out bag, and I'm going to try like heck to keep that bug out bag on my back. I just wanted to come on and make that quick video. You know, we need to be thinking about these things. Your everyday carry piece is going to become your primary bug out defense weapon. And so, is it adequate? We need to be asking ourselves these questions. Stay safe, God bless, and keep prepping. Mr. Modern Survival out.